What's up, people? We should be live, and this is the first stream that I've ever done. So yeah, please bear with any kind of issues or technical things I'm gonna have. Oh hey Trimin Trong. What is up? Sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. We had to start the stream 20 minutes later than I planned because there were a few issues with the house. But yeah, it's going. We started, and you might have heard there's some noise in the background. We've got some builders doing some work, so unfortunately you might hear some of that, or you will hear some of that, as you can hear now. But anyway, let's try and focus on the content. I'm going to try and keep talking so you hear my voice and more of what's happening, less of what's happening in the background. Okay, so what are we doing here today? So, as you can tell by the title, we are rebuilding the HaxeFlixel website in Next.js, Typescript, regular CSS, just some good modern things. And I've already started that process. So let me see if I can take you to my repository in GitHub. This should be over here. Where did that go? I went here. Okay, so this is where everything is at the moment. It's in a repo called HaxeFlixel. I might link that in the description at the bottom once I finish the stream. But you can go ahead and Google this, find my profile, look at the code that exists so far. Basically, this is what's going on. So this is the first time I'm also using Next.js, or the second or third time. I'm not an expert, so I'm learning as I go along. I've got a basic page here, so let me show you what I've got so far. So this is the basic page. I've got the header in, so they look kind of similar on the left and on the right. And yeah, I've made some progress. So this is the old HaxeFlixel site. I'll show you some of the code that exists in a moment. So it uses less, which I want to avoid using because less is not so popular, and regular CSS is actually really good. It's got a lot of features in it. There's also post CSS, which I might consider using, but I don't want to have it too complex. I want to keep it quite simple. So this is the old site, and yeah, there's a lot of random stuff in here. It's got a Hax file for web projects. I don't know what this does, but I want to try and keep it simple. If you compare this file layout to the one I'm working with right now, let's get rid of the npm modules because that is complex. As you can see, it's a lot simpler. Got components, pages, public, and styles. And that's about it. So right now I've actually copied and pasted all of the Bootstrap. So this uses Bootstrap 3, an older version of Bootstrap, the same as this site over here in the vendor. We've got Bootstrap 3. I know there's Bootstrap 5 out, but I tried it with Bootstrap 5 and it didn't quite work well. A bunch of these styles just weren't showing up, so I had to use an older version of Bootstrap. I might change it later. There's a bunch of weirdness happening in the older Bootstrap. They've got some required fonts and stuff, so I ideally want to get rid of that. But right now, what we're trying to do is just to do a kind of carbon copy of the new old HaxeFlixel site to the new site. So that's what we're doing right now. At the moment, I'm focusing on the background. So one weird thing about the background here is that it's actually an image. Let me show you the head here. That's an image, which is a bit weird because it's just a color. It's like a greeny, light greeny, turquoisey color. So what I'm going to try and do is replicate that here. I've actually copied the globals from the old HaxeFlixel to the new one, but I'm just going to use a background color. So if I did like, I don't know, if I got rid of all this stuff here and did background color, I don't know, red, see what that does here. That should change it. It didn't. Oh, it did. Okay, here we go. So now I just need to figure out, ooh, something went wrong. The joys of live coding. Let's do that again. Okay, now I just need to figure out what color this is, the hex color of this, and then I'll apply it here and then just work my way down, get the logo in, get the links in. So what I like to use is Figma. I've got a screenshot of this color here, and I like to use Figma because it works in the browser, and yeah, it's very simple to use. So I'm going to open my Finder, and I took a screenshot of this color. So I'm going to try and get that here on my desktop. Screenshots. Where are they? Oh, here it is. This is what I got. So let's grab that. Put that here. And just get the color picker. Make a random box. Color picker. Boom. Green. Boom. What's that? Here we go. Grab that and put that, whoops, where the red is, over here. Boom. There we go. Guys, like I said, this is my first time doing this, so if there's any kind of technical issues, if the audio messes up, if the video messes up, then let me know. I'll try and fix it on the fly. I probably won't stream for that long, actually, maybe about half an hour tops. But yeah, I'm going to re-watch it after I finish streaming and make sure it's all good. You might have also noticed the top bit of the stream is cut off. So what I think Streamlabs OBS is doing is because by default on Mac you've got like a top bar over here which you can't see. So it's just cut that off, even though I've gone full screen on VS Code and the Warp terminal, you just can't see the top bit. For Warp it's fine because you're just missing tabs, but for VS Code it's cutting off half of the tab, so it looks a bit weird, but bear that in mind. Cool. Okay, so we've got the right color, saved it, and let's go back to the site. Whoops, here we go. There we go. So that's pretty much the same. No image. Next thing to do is grab this this logo. Is that an SVG? Perfect. Okay, so what we have to do, what position is that in? By the way, guys, if you've never used Next.js before, I'll give you a quick run through. So it doesn't have a router like React. So this is based on React, but doesn't have React router. It's file-based routing. So the home page is in index.tsx. There's an underscore app, which I think is kind of like the parent of all the pages. But the home page is here, and then we've got separate pages for everything. I'm actually going to write some more in the documentation of the site, but this is where everything is. So home page is index.ts, demo page will be in demos, all that stuff. You're welcome to look at. It should be in the README of the repo. If we head to the other pages, so blog, demos, documentation, sorry, they're all empty. The only file that or folder that has something inside it is the showcase one. That's just me testing what will happen if I put some code in there. But right now I'm working on the homepage. I think I've just copied and pasted everything. Oh no, I haven't. That's not true. This is the default Next.js page. Okay, so that's what's happening here. So I'm going to have to get rid of all the CSS that exists here already, which I think is inside here. There we go. Home module. So I'll just get rid of that, and then get rid of it from here. Actually, where is it? Here we go. This one. Get rid of that from here. So now if I save this page, everything breaks, which is less than ideal. So let's get rid of all the stuff here. So class name. Actually, I can get rid of all this content here from main. I don't need footer. I don't need main. We'll make a new main. Main. Whoops. Okay, and then we will put the logo, this logo, inside it. Actually, let me just get. Sorry about the noise as well. Like I can hear the builders in the background. I think they sound louder for me than they do for you. But anyway, so this is the old HaxeFlixel homepage. I'm just going to copy bits. I won't copy the whole thing. So I'll copy this container. I think this is a Bootstrap 3 class, so that should all be fine. And with React, you don't use the word class. You use the word class name. So let's do that. Camel case, capital N. Reformat that, and we're going to put this here as well. So stick that in here as a child of main. And guys, if you have any questions, I know this is my first stream, so I'm expecting to have 0 viewers. I know we have 2 right now, so thank you 2 for watching me mess up my first stream. But yeah, this is going to be fun. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't worry if they're unrelated. I'm happy to answer any question. And yeah, there are builders in the background if you're new. They're drilling, and I hope that doesn't affect the stream too much. Cool. So I'm going to grab this link, stick it here. I'm saying a lot. I don't like it. I think it's very unprofessional. I think the more that I stream, the better I'll become at doing it. Get rid of that for now, so I can format the page, and then we'll put that back inside here. So with Next.js, they recommend that you use their image element, so image component, instead of using the default HTML one. I think it's for performance reasons. I think I'm also talking quite fast. Am I talking fast? I think I'm talking fast. I'll try and talk a bit slower. I think this will come with more streaming. But anyway, so with Next.js, they expect you to use their custom component. So image component, also for links, they have a custom component for links. The documentation for that, I think I've got here. So you've got image here. Where did that go? Image here, and then link here. So let's use their link component. Hey, Golang. I'm not using Golang today. I'm using Typescript HTML. I'm using Typescript JSX with React, so I hope I won't disappoint you too much. Let's use the next link to, how do you use the next link component? You wrap it inside an A tag. This is a bit weird in my opinion, but it is what it is. So grab this documentation about. What is about? That's a new page. Okay. If you've just joined, we are rebuilding the HaxeFlixel website in Next.js, so Typescript, React, all that good stuff. There are builders in the background. That's where that drilling is coming from. I think it's louder for me than it is for you, so you might not hear it as much, but it is kind of annoying me. So because I don't have this page at the moment, it will exist at some point. I will put it here for now, but if I click on this link, it will probably break. So we'll put that here, get rid of that, and I think this is all good. Okay, has no closing tag. It should have a closing tag here. Let's do that now. Again, if you have questions, feel free to ask. I know this is my first stream, so I expect to have 0 viewers, so I'm surprised to have 1. I think Golang has left, which is fine. Okay, so now we're going to add the image components from Next.js, which I think is fairly straightforward to use, but I've actually been using the future image component because I want to keep this thing future-proof, so this is a bit more difficult to use. Let's grab some code that they use here. Let's get rid of the old one, put the new one there, and what we're going to do is replace this here, whoops, image, that. We'll have a self-closing tag for image because I don't need anything inside it, and we will reformat the page. I think that's it. Okay, let's save, see what that does on our actual site. Cool, we have an error. It's missing a height property. Okay, we'll give it a height of, what is it? What's this current width and height at the moment? I think it's 200, 200. Yeah, it's the same, so it's a square. So we're gonna duplicate this line, the width line, change width to height. Cool, so that should still break because it doesn't have this image. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have this image inside the images file. So let's go to the old HaxeFlixel site and we'll grab it. We'll grab it from the images file. What's it called again? HaxeFlixel.svg. HaxeFlixel.svg, that's this one. So I can grab all that stuff. It's actually a very small SVG, surprisingly small. But anyway, I'll put that inside my public images. You can tell I'm new to Next.js. I haven't actually written React code in years. So this is also, I'm fairly rusty at doing this sort of stiff stuff. Images HaxeFlixel SVG, perfect. If we refresh this page, it still can't find it. What's up with that? Let's have a look. Oh, I think I know what the issue is. So if we look at set documentation over here for Next.js, you'll see whenever there's an image loaded, it imports it. So I need to import that image. So let's do that now. Import HaxeFlixel img from, where are we going? We're going to public. We're going to public. No, I have a file for this actually. tsconfig JSON. I've created my own file aliases, so just images. So we're going to do $images, and we're going to call it HaxeFlixel.svg. Okay, boom. Grab this, and then you can replace the string here with that variable. And does that fix anything? Come on, come on. Boom, okay, we have HaxeFlixel logo inside here, but it's not in the center. So let's check out what styles these are using. Thank you, one viewer, for still sticking with me. I hope you're enjoying the stream, even though I'm just messing about the whole time. But yeah, I think we're making progress. So the style, it's got some weird style. Here we go. Home-header, home-section. So I've got those exact same CSS classes over here, but there's no style attached to them. So I'm gonna have to grab it from the old HaxeFlixel site and paste it in the new one. Let's find that. We'll do a project-wide search. That didn't work. Actually, home-section. I could probably write that myself without copying and pasting it. Here we go. Okay, where does this file live? Okay, so we've got styles, homeless. So I need to copy all of this and paste it in my one, but I don't want to have any less code in it. I just want it to be pure CSS. So it looks like it is pure CSS. Yeah, they've got this Google font. Is that being used anywhere? Whoops, fonts. Oh, okay, what on earth is that? V2323, is that font? What is that? Oh, it is a Google font. Oh, okay, that sucks. Sucks for me. What is it? Oh, okay. But it's not really used on this page, is it? I can't see that font used anywhere. Oh, no, it's not. It's not used on this page. Okay, so I can forget that font. I think monospace is fine. I won't worry about that too much. Platinum container. What's a platinum container? I'm assuming platinum container is for the sponsors. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't see that font being used. I'm gonna leave it for now, and I'm just gonna copy all of that code from here to the bottom of this CSS. And then this is the problem. So our next problem is figuring out where to paste this, because what I want to do going forward is to have specific styles, specific components inside the respective folders. So Showcase will have all the Showcase specific styles, same with documents, demos, and blog. So those styles will be inside those specific folders. But when it comes to the homepage, I'm not really sure where to put that. For now, what I'm going to do is just put it inside here. So we'll have homepage, homepage.css. Whoops, I actually can't see my keyboard. CSS, because my microphone's in front of it. Long story. Okay, so we do have some less code. This is so annoying. Okay, I've never used less before. I guess it's just a case of figuring out what does what. What is button style? Is that used anywhere? Okay, let's get rid of that. And that looks. Oh no, there's more less code. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's fix that. We have. This is so annoying. Box shadow. What on earth is? Oh, I know what box shadow is. That's for. Oh, fine. That explains why there's no shadow underneath my page. Whoops. Here. But there is a shadow underneath here because there's a custom less box shadow function. What I'm going to do for now is just comment these out. I'll look at them later. I just want to get some stuff on the page, and then I'll deal with all the stuff at a later stage. So we'll comment that out. All this less specific codes. Get rid of it. There is a chance that we might have a builder knocking on the door to ask me a question, so please bear with me if that happens. I haven't figured out how to do the whole I'll be back type screen when you're streaming, so you'll just see a blank chair, an empty chair, blank chair. What does that mean? All right, Patreon home. I know how to fix this. This is a simple fix. We'll just do that, or even get rid of that carrot. Cool. CSS. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm actually a huge fan of CSS. I think it makes sense. I started out coding with HTML, CSS, and jQuery, and so I know more CSS than I would say HTML or maybe JavaScript. I don't know, but CSS I'm quite comfortable with. Less I don't know anything about. So yeah, I'm learning as I go along. I do have some files here, so I've changed the media queries of some of these things already. Here we go. So I think mid looks like it's going to be 922. Right now with regular CSS, you can't have variables for media queries. So I'm going to have to do this manually for each time I come across this. But yeah, I could probably do a project-wide file search if I wanted to, but I think this is fine for now, just to get things working. And this one I know how to fix. We'll put that here. And then, what is LG? Okay, I've messed this up. I've definitely messed this up. So I only thought there was a small, medium, and large, but now we've got some extra stuff. What does the old HaxeFlixel site have? Where does that exist? So we've got variables. Here we go. So LG is 1200. So what is G? Okay, let's put everything back. Oh, okay. Oh, LG. Okay, so I was doing it correctly. LG, MD, and extra small. So let's put all that back to how it was, and we're going to make LG 1200 pixels. Cool. And also, I've got mechanical keyboards. I don't know if that me typing is coming across in the audio. Let me know if it is. Cool. Okay, so what have I just done? Okay, I've got homepage. So let's add those styles to our homepage, which is here in Next.js. This is a lot more difficult than it looks. Give me a second. I just forget how to do this. Is that how you do it? Is that how you import styles? Let's separate that here. Styles and just homepage. CSS homepage. Learn to spell. Page. Here we go. Oh. Like I said, I'm not looking at my keyboard. I've got my mic in front of it, so I'm just memorizing where the buttons go. Cool. Global CSS cannot be imported from. Flip. Okay, this is unexpected. For now, what we can do is just grab that and put it here. I mean, I don't really want it to be global. I might change that later on. Okay, boom, here we go. So that is in the exact same position. This is awesome. Let's actually figure out where this goes. So it's not global CSS because it's specific to the homepage. Where would I put that? Where on earth would I put that? Let's have a look. Next, if you know, please let me know in the chat because I have no idea. Next.js CSS. Cool. It might have to be a CSS module, I think. Basic example. What is up with my internet? Why does it flash? Okay. Oh, it's got a CSS module. I don't want to use CSS modules. Only because the old HaxeFlixel site does not use CSS modules. And so it'd be more work for me to convert it all. This is tough. This is tough. I think for now, what I'm going to do is treat it as a global style. At some point in the future, I'm going to add a to-do here. Just to-dos. Remove homepage global CSS. So I'll do that at some point in the future. I'll make it a list. But for now, I'll leave it. It's easier to make everything global just to get things across the line, and then I'll change it later. This is the famous last few words of every tech project is do it now, change later, and then you never change it, and then you have a massive tech debt. Cool. So our next task is to get this bit on the page in the right position with the right font, and then we'll focus on the buttons. So let's go to the old site. Here. HaxeFlixel in H1, lead line class. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do that. Stick that down. Actually, I think this should be a component in itself because it's a bit big. But anyway, we'll put this here for now, and we'll change all the classes to class names. I'm going to do this a lot in the stream. Yeah, I actually really like React. I think JSX is amazing. But there are a lot of people who actually don't like it. What is it? Expect closing tag. Let's get rid of that for now. Format the page. Why is there a break? Oh, I see what it's doing. Can you do that here? Why does React not like that? I do like JSX, but sometimes it does confuse me. Does that go? That goes here. Cool. Okay. Perfect. It looks good. The font is different. Where does this test text come from? I don't have test in here, do I? Look, it says test here. Where's that? Is that from the footer? Oh, that's from the footer. So I've got separate components for the header and the footer, or the navbar and the footer. So navbar is just this black thing at the top. The footer is the bit at the bottom. So at some point in the future, when I get down to it, it's going to match this. But I haven't got that far yet. Yeah, let me explain this bit. So this is the layout. So every page is going to have the same layout. Does it have specific styles? Oh, it just has the nav and the footer in it. So it's got the nav bar and the footer inside it. Yeah, this is actually really, really boring conversation. If you're new, I'm sorry this has been so boring, but I hope you're learning about code, about Next.js from this. Cool. So the next step is to figure out how to get the fonts in the page. What font is being used on the old site? I think Ubuntu. Did I see Ubuntu? Oh. How do I get that font? What's the current font being used here? Helvetica. So if I were to change it right now in here to Ubuntu, Okay, it doesn't look like the same font, so something funny is going on here because that is not the same as that. Is it actually Ubuntu? I'm not convinced it's Ubuntu. There's something going on here. It's not Ubuntu. I just unticked it. It didn't change. I have no idea what to do now. Oh, this is Ubuntu. Oh, okay, it is Ubuntu. The whole thing is Ubuntu. Let's grab that and put it in our body, in our global styles. I thought I had that already. No, I don't have it. Okay, stick that here. See what that breaks. Nothing. Oh, here we go. But it's not exactly the same. Is it the same? Look at the L's. If we look at the way the L's are, that has a bit of a tick at the bottom, that doesn't. What is up with that? Fonts, Ubuntu. Yeah, it says Ubuntu here. Oh, you gotta love HTML. Right, so let's get rid of that. That's already got rid of. If I get rid of Ubuntu, okay, let's forget the fonts for now. Let's get the sizes and positions the same. Right, what size is this? This is, man, you can tell the CSS for this site wasn't written very well. Okay, font size 96 pixels. I'm not convinced. That seems quite small. 96 pixels. Wow. Header. Oh, home header. We should have that, right? Home hyphen header. Yeah, here you go. So we have the same classes. Home header H1. Font size 6 EM. That doesn't say 96 pixels, does it? Well, where's the font size? Okay, so it's the same here. 6 REM or 6 EM. Why is it EM? It should be REM. Anyway, 6 EM. So for here as well, you'd expect it to be the same, but it's not. This is coming from Bootstrap. Oh, it doesn't have. Does it have the class? Does it have the big logo? Home header section, big logo. Oh, okay, so here, this home header. Oh, this is in the wrong place, I see. So here, all the stuff here should be inside the home header div. So let's grab the P and the H1, and we'll put that just below the link element. Okay, what does that do? Boom, okay, perfect. So that matches the size. Over here. That break though, it doesn't work. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. That should go here. Go rid of that, format the page again. And that should look a bit similar. There we go. Okay, now we have to figure out exactly what font this is, because I'm not convinced this is Ubuntu. There's something funky going on here. There must be more to this. Right, side by side, CSS by CSS, let's compare. They both say Ubuntu. They're both pretty similar. I mean, the width is different. I don't really care about these small details. I just want the font at the moment. I want to match the font. Why is this so difficult? Okay, so I've ticked off. Okay, so we've got Ubuntu on the body. So if I tick this off here, then the fonts match. But if I put it on, the fonts do not match. How do I figure out what's going on? But if I tick it off here, and then tick it back on here, then it is Ubuntu. But over here, let's look at the left side. It says it's Ubuntu over here. If I get rid of it, nothing happens, right? So what is going on? I'm so lost, it's unbelievable. Right, okay, so this is Bootstrap, fine, that's overwritten. Let's go to globals. So my globals have Ubuntu in the body. For some reason, it's not reading that. That's fine. Let's see where else this is being used. Ubuntu sans serif, just one place. Okay, so we do have a problem because inside this bit here, oh, so Bootstrap is using Ubuntu for the H1s, fine. Okay, so the Bootstrap H1 is overwriting the H1 that I have here. So what I could do for now is just stick this here, see what happens. Oh, font family, just do an inline style of font family, and then just do Ubuntu, see what happens. No, see that, nothing happens. So I think there's some kind of funkiness going on in the old HaxeFlixel website. So, oh, hey, oh, what's up? Looks like Ubuntu has maybe been misspelt. Oh, let's have a look. Good to see you in the chat. C Robes, I've been a huge fan. Okay, so I spelled Ubuntu wrong, or have they spelled Ubuntu wrong? Who spelled Ubuntu wrong? One says let's do a search for that. Oh, it can't select. That's a bit annoying. I have to manually search what you've written in the chat. Ubuntu? No, not in my code. In this code here, Ubuntu. No. Oh, did I make a mistake? Or did I make a mistake? No mistakes made here. Yeah, I'm just gonna look through the old site just to see if there's any custom fonts. Inside here, let's have a look. Where is? Okay, documents is not the place to look. I'd expect it to be inside files. Okay, files, images. We don't want images. We want fonts. Where are the fonts? Finances. Do I have to grab all the finances from this old site and put it on the new site? It's a bit weird to have the finances in the website. But anyway, where are the fonts? Fonts. Oh, that's nice spell. Fonts. Oh, the 1H1. 1H1 says Ubuntu. Which one? Which H1 says Ubuntu? Is that in the Bootstrap one? Oh, this one. Oh, that's the Bootstrap. That's a bit weird, isn't it? The actual Bootstrap code says. Did I do that? It might be in the Bootstrap source code. Let's do it. Let's make a project-wide search for that. No, I can't see that anywhere. That's so weird. Is that here as well? No. Yeah, it must be in the Bootstrap source code because I wouldn't have. Well, I could have written that. Who knows? But I don't see that here. It must be. Let me refresh the page. See if that exists after refresh. Why is it so slow? Okay. The font is definitely different. It has changed from the way it was before. Oh no, wait. Is it? No, it's the same. It just looks a bit thicker. Okay, so if we... okay, so Bootstrap has changed. So this is what Bootstrap uses. So the Bootstrap style, I think, is overwriting the Ubuntu. But it's not... Even without the Bootstrap style, it's not exactly the same. Yeah, so this body is using Ubuntu by default. So it looks like this. It does look a bit different. Actually, to be fair, this font here is exactly the same as this font here. But is that Ubuntu? Let's try and mess about with this. Let's get rid of this text here. Make it say HaxeFlixel and see if the L's are, no, see that? So the L's are different from that one. So this font here is not Ubuntu, right? I think we can say that's fair. This HaxeFlixel text here is definitely not Ubuntu, because if this is Ubuntu and this looks exactly the same as this font here, so yeah, this and this for sure match, but this one doesn't. So let's figure that out. Right. Is there any specific font for? Is it a font weight thing? Is it Ubuntu font weight? No. Hang on a minute. Look at that. Oh, okay. So this here, if I get rid of it, oh, fine. So it's my bad. So let's refresh the old HaxeFlixel site. So now this is definitely Ubuntu. I just unticked it. Okay. So I unticked it from the body. So that wasn't Ubuntu. I don't know what it's using now. What are you using now? It's using some kind of font, sans serif. Actually, I think I probably figured out what the problem is. So Ubuntu looks like it might be a font that is not a system, like it's a system Ubuntu font, but I'm not on an Ubuntu machine. So it's using the default Mac font, but I might have to download the Ubuntu font. So let's see if I can find that here. Oops, font slash. Is there an Ubuntu here? So halflings. Okay. The plot thickens. There is no Ubuntu font inside the old HaxeFlixel site. No, there isn't. Oh, no, I spelled that wrong. Ubuntu. No, there isn't. There isn't a HaxeFlixel. There isn't an Ubuntu font in. Oh, hang on, there is. Look at that. Wow, that was hidden. I'm gonna have to make a note of that in the readme for the new site. But yeah, here we go. So it's using the Google Fonts Ubuntu for the Ubuntu. Okay, fine. So how would I do that? How would I put that into? Will I put that in globals? I might have to Google how to do that. Has that changed? That hasn't changed. It didn't work. Okay, so I figured out why the fonts are different. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. So it works here. So now this is exactly the same. So I can do the same for this one. So the Bootstrap H1 is overwriting this H1, hence the Ubuntu font hasn't matched. What we can do is let's just grab what's the best thing. Let's just grab these H1s, right? And do H1. Oh, that didn't copy over. H1 to H6, all of them. It still didn't copy over. It didn't copy over. Okay, fine. I'll do H1 for now. I don't have that sort of time. And let's do. Actually, I could probably do that. Couldn't I? H1. Okay, save and boom. Okay, we got there in the end. Right, next problem: the buttons. Oof. Let's figure out how to do that. How do we style these buttons? Home button. Is there a general kind of button style for all the buttons in this site? Home, or is it specific to the home page? That's the question, isn't it? Oh, give me a sec.
Hey. We took it all out. Then we get new stairs. Are you getting new posts as well?
Yeah, I've got English. Yeah.
So I'll go our personally. She can get. They're quite small. They're making it like an 80mm or 90mm square.
Okay.
There's that many different types to look at. So
yeah, we're going to have a look and see if we can get them.
So try our ones, but that's good. Even though Dee said no, but try Jackson's Wood Turns.
Jackson's Wood Turns.
Yeah, when we look them, they've got a good selection. I think to go. So that chair's down. I put it in my daughter's bedroom. So that's
nice. Thank you.
So
Wife's gonna be happy.
It is. Right. Then rock on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's for the new baby when we rock to sleep or whatever. Something
Yeah. When's she due?
Sorry.
When is it due?
January.
So
December, around that time. Yeah. So
I'm not sure. Routine.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get back into it. Get the bottles and all that stuff. Yeah.
But do you do formula then, or
so we might do a mix.
Yeah, I think my part said I didn't want to do it. She tried. They try and force you to do it, don't they? But some people like to breast.
Yeah, I think we tried breast at first, but it was difficult to keep up with the amount.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. I think beauty at formula, you've got it, and you can like go. So like your friends come around with your parents, or oh, do you want to feed her?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's do it easy.
Yeah, not looking forward to that journey, but we'll see.
Keep routine. All gates will be back up again, won't they?
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fine though.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Be good.
Nice. I'll come over and look in a bit.
Yeah, it's all down. We're just going to start setting stuff all up now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Laying it down.
Okay. That going to be quite loud.
No, we're going to drill it in.
Fine. Okay.
Any noise, just give me a shout, Richard.
Nah, it's fine. She's not here, so you can be as loud as you want. When she's back, we might have to turn it down.
Yeah, no, just give me a shout. That's fine. Alright, well, come on.
Okay, and we're back. Right, where were we? Buttons. So it looks like the home button has its own style. Now, I have a feeling this exact button is used in multiple places in the site. This same style. Let's go to the docs. I could be wrong. No, it's not. It's not used here. Blog. No. Okay, fine. It could just be the homepage. If that's the case, then that means my work will be a lot easier. I'll grab this home button. Find out where it is on the old sites. Boom. Actually, it should already be in the new site. I should already have that here, right? Home button. Oh, well, yeah, it's not the same, is it? Because you've got this button style here. So we've got all the CSS that I don't have in the new site because I'm using normal CSS and not less. So let's find out where the rest of the style is. Okay, I have no idea where to look. Here, okay, here we go. This is kind of weird. It's fine. I'll work with it. So I'll grab button style. I'll put it in the home page. So button style. Is that what it's called? Yeah, button style. With an L, and we'll put that code in here. And then what we can do. How we do this? So I'm gonna get all this style inside this component. I know this. I know how to do this. I just can't remember right now. I've got it. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this here. Let's put this on that side. Index here. So you, my friend, are going to have home button, but also button style. There we go. So do the same for that one. And let's have a look at what's going on here, because there's a bit of weirdness. We've got the box shadow. Why? Oh, RBGA. Is that a default CSS thingy? I guess it is now. This I don't think we need, or we might keep it in for now. Okay, I'll leave everything as that. I'll leave everything this way for now. I think there's another way to do this that looks a bit cleaner, but fine. Cool, easy. Next step, this weird line over here. I have a feeling it's an image. I have a feeling this is an image. Please don't be an image. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. It looks like it's CSS. Yeah, CSS. Cool. Yeah, let's try that. Where's the old H1? Grab that. Put that on a new site. I'm going through it quite slowly because I don't want to break too much. But yeah. Also, I'm streaming. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be going through a lot faster. Cool. How are we looking? It looks. Oh, we have an issue. Do we have an issue? I think we have a bit of an issue. So let's have a look at here. Actually, first of all, the colors look a bit different, but no one's going to notice that, I don't think. Secondly, the width of this whole page, or this ruler, or this line, my one looks a lot longer. So you've got a small gap here and a small gap there. Whereas on the old site, the gap is much bigger. So I think the container width is off. Okay, there you go. So max width 970 on the old site. On my one, what do we have? Here we go. We have a problem. What is the computed max width? There is no max width. Oh, there you go. 1170. Why is that the case? Is the zoom the same? 150, 125. Yep, exact same zoom. So, oh, we also have an error here. Oh, this is an old error. I guarantee if I refresh the page, it wouldn't exist anymore. Yeah, no longer there. So next thing to fix is why my width is longer than the old site. Oh, I think it must be like a media query thing, right? Because look at that. Container up here. Oh yeah, no, definitely my fault, actually. What is container? Let's find that here. I think, does it exist? Oh no, it's a bootstrap thing. What? Okay. I might not bother with that if it's a bootstrap thing. Do we have any media queries in this file? No. I think it's a bootstrap thing. I'll just leave it for now. If people complain, then I'll deal with it. This bit seems quite easy to add, actually. A bunch of iframes. Okay, so this I don't really like. I'll try and figure out a way to do a better job, but let's grab everything as is for now and paste it right below here. So if I'm being honest, this whole page is looking a bit messy, so I might refactor it to split this up into smaller components. I won't do that on the stream. How long have I been streaming for? 44 minutes. Wow, that was unexpected. But I'll just stream for 15 more minutes and then we'll call it. we'll call it a first stream. I think it's been okay. I'm learning, so if you have any tips for how to improve, I'm happy to hear them all. Okay. But yeah, I think I might try and spice up the next stream. I think it's been a bit boring for most people, so I might bring some trivia about myself, a bit of a few random facts. Okay, where's this guy? That goes here. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to comment this out for now. I'll deal with that later. And what on earth? Frame border might need to have capital B. Another React thing. Capital C. What? Transparency, type string. What? I don't. Why is this being weird? Cool. Same deal here. Okay, so we should have no errors. Perfect. We've got a warning here, but I know how to fix that, and boom. Absolutely amazing. Okay, we're making good progress. What is up with, okay, so the Twitter component is what needs this random JS. Now Next.js has got a way of adding script tags to the page with, I think it's, here you go, Next script. So this is how you do it. How on earth would I do? Sometimes I love JSX and JavaScript frameworks, but sometimes I'm just like, why do you have your own custom way of adding a script? All right, let's deal with it. So let's get the script element. Let's get this example actually. I'll grab this whole example and put it over here. Boom, perfect. So I'm going to call this Twitter JS. It doesn't have a source. It doesn't have a source. Does it have a source? It's got this source. Yeah, I might need to Google how to do this because I'm just making this up as I go along. I think. Let's grab all this stuff here. It looks like weird JS anyway. In fact, Twitter might have actually upgraded the way they do this. Because I'm not a huge fan of sticking scripts in random places in the code. Yeah, I don't like it. So let's actually check Twitter badge iframe. What's the new way of adding an iframe? How to add the follow button? That's not what I want. Yes, I do want the follow button. Okay, publish.twitter, customize, What URL? What's the HaxeFlixel URL? Go away, Twitter. All right, I'll grab this URL. This, by the way, is a browser called Arc. I'm a huge fan of it. I've been using it since I got access to it. Something is not right. Maybe let's just go to the regular HaxeFlixel page. So, because I don't know why it's got extra stuff in it in the URL. Yeah, it's got a bunch of extra stuff. But why is it just like slash URL? I mean slash HaxeFlixel, you know, like Twitter. HaxeFlixel. Why does it have a bunch of extra stuff in that URL? I don't know. Oh, my internet's been so slow. Fine, I'm going to leave that for now. I think I'm starting to get frustrated at why something so simple is taking so long to do. So I'll just work on the rest of the site. Let's get rid of that for now. Wrong one. Just bring that one back. Bring the old HaxeFlixel site back. Perfect. And what I'm going to do is get rid of this Twitter embed for now. I'll do that in my spare time. Let's move on with the exciting part of the stream, which is cross-compile your games natively to all the stuff. I might get rid of this actually because no one uses Flash anymore, right? Nah, I'll keep it in for now, but I'll have words with people to get rid of it. Okay. So this I will deal with later. Let's. I always forget how to do the images with Next.js. It's not muscle memory just yet. Let's change the image from this one to that one. Is that it? I hope that's it. Discord and Patreon. And then let's move on. Let's add a horizontal rule to this bit. But like I said, I think I might split this social bit into its own component because it starts to look a bit messy. I think I've got a rule that if you've got a page that has more than 500 lines of code, it needs to be split. So this isn't 500 yet, but it's starting to get there very quickly. Okay. Right, what's this error? Oh, what? Oh, because of that. I know why that error exists. I don't know if I want to fix it now. Let's fix it now. Okay, so the issue here, not with you. Is that with you? Issue here, here we go. So you've got images that actually, does this give me an error? I might just leave it with the regular image tag because I don't know how on earth you'd import an image from an external URL. Anyway, people who have stuck with me for the stream, you've done incredibly well. Thank you for sticking with me as I make a fool of myself on the internet. But I have really enjoyed it, actually. I'm going to do more of these. I might do another one today, later on in the evening. I'll let you know well ahead of time. But yeah, I think we'll continue making this site. I want to try and get as much done as possible this week, because we have kind of I want to say a bit of a more relaxed week at work. So I want to get as much of this done as I can. What? Why is it giving me errors? I don't understand what I've done wrong. Right, okay, so the original issue is that there's no closing tag for this element, but there is. So I think I've got an extra div, whoops. I've got an extra div somewhere. No. I don't understand. Okay, let's put closing tags on all these image elements here. So IMG, I'm gonna manually close them or automatically close them, like so. Okay, fine, so that's what the issue was. So all this stuff here, I can give it, oh my goodness. Okay, let's figure this out. How on earth would you import an external URL for an image tag using Next image component? Let's do that now. Oh, okay, seems to work. But I think I want to get rid of this warning. I don't like it. So we're going to go to the image, not this page. I don't know why I have that page open in the first place. This is the one I want. I'm going to go to image here, and we're going to find out how you can install and import an external URL, because all the URLs in the examples, oh, hang on a minute. Is that how you do it? That looks so horrible. So I have to do this random thing. Oh my goodness. Sometimes JavaScript makes me wonder why they make things more difficult than they need to be. Because here, this is like really simple. This I can work with. I don't want to do that, so there must be a way. If I just change it to an image like that, right? It gives me an error. I think it gives me an error anyway. Yeah, it gives me an error saying is missing. It's missing a width and a height property. Okay. What is the width and height property of this page on image? Why do I have to figure that out? Why can't it work out by itself? I guess, to be honest, it's more performant for the browser to know what width and height is going to work out. So it does make sense performance-wise, but I don't want to do it. Browser, do some work. Okay, width is 100, height is 120. Oops. And height is 120. Is that for Patreon? No. What did I just select? Yeah, that's Patreon. Cool. So the next one, I think, is Discord, which is 119 and 20. Okay, there's a mistake there. That can't be 120. I think it has to be 20. Yeah, 120, 119, 20. So let's change this and grab that, put it on Discord as well. 119. And we should have no errors, fingers crossed. Okay. Why? Okay. Invalid source prop. Is not configured under images. What are you talking about? Why are you making this more difficult than it needs to be? So I guess in my Next config, why do I have to do that? Just let me import an image like a normal person. In the Next config, is that something that's written here in the documentation? What did the error say again? Let's split this page actually onto a new. Can I do that? Yeah, let's grab that here, put that here. And we'll go to, where's the old site? The new site, sorry, this one. And what's the error? Hostname image.shields.io is not configured. Okay, so how do you configure hostname Next.js? Okay, that is not helpful. Is that ways to configure hostname? Why would you put this as a response? This is not how to configure hostname, right? This is not very helpful. Error after adding hostname. Let's see what this one says. Any ideas, Sciencey? Okay, here we go. Module exports, images, domains. This is such an extra step just to import an image. I guess it might be for security reasons. They might want to make sure it's like a vetted hostname. I wish this was an optional flag, so I don't want to do this. It's annoying. But anyway, I get the following error using the image with an absolute. Yep, this is correct. This is the error that I have. Hostname not configured. Boom. Answers here. Okay, yeah, this is what I saw previously. So what I'm going to do is copy this here and go to my next config here, and then put that there. So domains, this one. Congrats on your oh, thank you. I hope you found it useful. I hope you enjoyed parts of it at least. I think yeah, it's been a fun experience. Like I said, I'm going to do more of these. Oh, I should also mention, check this out. I've got Code Whisperer in the background. If you have used GitHub Copilot, this is much worse than it. Because in my experience, I found Code Whisperer from Amazon way more annoying than GitHub Copilot. So keep that in mind. I don't know if you have used it, but that's my view on it. So we should have no errors because we have a hostname in place. No? Okay. I don't know, man. Right. Let's just copy this. Let's copy this as well to say what kind of image formats we accept. And what image is this? What's the format? Oh my gosh. What's the format of this image that we want to import? It is a SVG image. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. Let's refresh that. See if it fixes anything. Nope. Still the same issue. Okay, we've been going for 57 minutes. Should I stop or should I keep going? Ooh, sorry. Bit of a blocked nose. Yeah, I don't know. I've just done this. I've just done what it's asked me to do. Right, imgshields.io. And it's not letting me go ahead. I don't know if it's a like a with NGX thing that I've done. I think this should be fine. Is there anything in the console giving me any other errors? Should I restart the server? Maybe I should restart the server. I think that makes the most sense. And cancel that. Oh yeah, it does say restart the server. Cool. I'm gonna restart that. All right, how are we looking? Fingers crossed. If I go to, oh, I've lost it. It should be this. The joys of browsing without a tab. Let me tell you, browsing without a tab is the way forwards, because who needs tabs, right? You can just navigate to different parts of the site with this nifty menu, like so much better. Anyway, let's go to the old HaxeFlixel site to see if the images match. They seem correct. There's a gap though. There's always these small things that take ages to figure out. There's a gap between the Discord button and the Patreon button. Why is there such a difference? Why is there this small difference that didn't copy along? Okay, let's have a look at the padding. Postman is coming to my door, so I might have to leave in a few seconds, but he might not need me. There is currently no CSS to indicate why there is a gap between these buttons. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. I think I'll make a note of it. So one thing to fix is the gap. Second thing to fix is the width of the page. So let's do that in the README. To-dos. gap between badges on homepage and also the width of the homepage. Hopefully, if I don't know what this means, I'm going to rewatch the stream and then this will make sense. Right, get rid of that page, get rid of the README, and we'll move on to these. So I think I fixed that issue with, no I haven't. More errors, 8 errors. What did I miss? Oh, fine, okay. Allow transparency, it's not, what? Okay. What I'm gonna do, go back to the index dot this page here and get rid of allow transparency because I don't think I need it. Do I need that? Who needs it? Let's get rid of it. Okay, so let me just check the images again because shields, what is shields? I've never heard of shields before, but I'll leave it, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's refresh the page. See if I get an error about allow transparency because, yeah, that's gone, fine. And these still work, perfect. Oh, the Twitter one as well. Let me add a README, sorry. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to do off stream. So the fixed Twitter badge as well. Hopefully when I stream again in the evening, all the stuff should be fixed. And I will tell you how I fixed it. Well, I won't tell you, I'll just, you'll see it in the code, how it was fixed. Cool. Right, we're going to fix these images. I know exactly how to fix those. This should be fairly straightforward. What I'm going to do is grab all of these and just replace that with image. Cool, perfect. The formatting on this is really weird. I'm using a plugin called Prettier to do the formatting. I wish Hax had Prettier. I think if I do have more time in the future, I'm going to try and configure Hax to use Prettier for formatting because that formatter that comes with Hax is not good compared to Prettier. As you can see, this was much more straightforward to do, and it just formatted everything in 2 seconds. Okay, so this is more preferred. Does everything work now? Images are not working because... Oh, right, these are the widths. Oh, perfect. Oh, these already have width and heights. This is amazing. But why does it give me an error on expecting a numeric value? I just hit the mic there, sorry. Must not been fun for people with headphones on. This is such weird errors I have. Oh man, okay, I have my Tesco delivery here. What I'm gonna do is stop the stream now, and I'll see you in the evening at like, I don't know, 9 PM UK time, BST. So cool. See you guys later. I'm gonna get rid of my Tesco delivery and yeah, catch you in a bit. Thanks for watching.